Hey everyone, Big Mech here, how's it going? Welcome to our Let's Play Pokemon Red. So, a couple things are going on here. One, I am talking in regular speed, and yet the game is currently going in double time. So, what does that mean? Well, like I've mentioned before, that this was just a very long string of trainers, basically all the way back from the Fishing Guru's house down to Fuchsia City. So, my original plan was to just record the whole thing, talk normally, do everything, and then double speed everything up into chipmunk mode. You know, that way everyone could have some laughs along the way. Unfortunately, I didn't get to recording until about like 10 o'clock last night, and let me just say that my apartment is not the best insulated place in the world. So, unfortunately, I can hear my neighbors upstairs when they have a radio on, when they have their TV on. My neighbors, I can hear them when they're playing Netflix on their Wii. I'm pretty sure that's what that wow sound is. And so inversely, or conversely, yeah, let's do conversely. That means that they can probably hear me while I am trying to record such silly things like this. Anyway, so what are we doing in this episode? We are, like I mentioned, we are going all the way down to Fuchsia City. I forgot which trainers we battled in the last video. So far, I believe we have we've encountered 3 of the trainers already. I'm not really sure. I actually need to keep track, because I don't know how many trainers I actually battled out here. It just seemed like a lot. Fortunately, my team wound up being very prepared for this thing. I had honestly expected that I was going to have to like go back and forth to a Pokemon Center like maybe 2 or 3 times, you know, refilling my Pokemon's health, refilling their, you know, their PP, their power points, or their whatever PP stands for. I always forget. Especially since, you know, a lot of these more powerful attacks only have like 10 or possibly 15 instances. But no, I was very surprised with how tough my team turned out to be. I think this is trainer number 5. Let's try and keep a track of this thing. I'm honestly not focusing too much intently on the screen. Whatever happens in the end. In terms of what we will be doing in this in this episode, obviously we're just going all the way back down to Fuchsia City. In the next episode, we are definitely going to be going back upwards to Saffron City and battling Team Rocket in their last throng of power and confusion, because they've invaded the Silph Co company, but maybe we'll be able to find our way inside. So hopefully we can take down their leader Giovanni once and for all, and from there, you know, maybe we'll actually progress through the game after that, because for the most part, the schedule is Silph Co, I'm probably going to split up into 2 videos in regular speed. I'm not going to do something stupid like this double up. Well, not that it's stupid, just that it's unconventional, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, the first time that I was trying to edit this stuff together, I was thinking maybe I'll include I gotta include the game audio just a little bit, even if all you hear is the you know, just really high-pitched stuff. Of course, in particular, a couple things that I was listening to started reminding me of other things. Like, right now, listen to the going into battle and the beginning of the battle theme. Okay, so hopefully you guys heard enough of the battle that I think you guys were listening to. Anyway, but the whole you know, in the high speed like that, for some reason it reminds me of the dog from Duck Hunt. I know it's a little different, I know it's a different tone and everything, but I was like, ooh! For some reason, you know, I heard that for the first time in high speed, and I was like, wait, that's the dog from Duck Hunt. Nobody likes that dog. I don't need to go, you know, into detail about why people don't like that dog. They just don't. Also, I finally figured out that while it is very much a random thing where I try and record the footage, and sometimes the footage is a little shaky, sometimes it's a little bit not, if I keep trying and like reconnect and disconnect and reconnect the video cable, sometimes I can rig it so that it stays put. So what I'm gonna try and do in future episodes is try and make sure that it comes out at a uniform, or just so that it doesn't have this whole jiggly jangly mess going on for it. Again, I know that's part of an issue with my quality, especially since all I can record in is in 240p, but oh yeah, I also replaced Sonic Boom with Swift. Again, Sonic Boom, it always deals 20 HP damage, regardless of type or level or anything like that, but by this point in the game, it's really worn itself out. I also like this guy, because he was like, have you heard of the legendary Pokemon, such as Farfetch'd? No, well, Farfetch'd is not a legendary Pokemon. I mean, we have a Farfetch'd, it's Dux. Dux is a Farfetch'd. Like I mentioned before, Dux is actually, a bird Pokemon that I normally use in my team. One, just because it levels up so quickly, even though its stats aren't that great, but the fact is it levels up so easily that you don't really notice, and it can actually be a couple levels ahead, and plus it has moves like Swords Dance, so it can up its attack moves and stuff like that as well. So, all in all, it's not a bad Pokemon, depending on how you want to use it. Of course, I've already lost track of how many trainers we've encountered. I'm trying to think, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? Is this number? I'm trying to picture them all in my head right now as to how far we have progressed through this. There's like 3 routes right here that people often, or that everybody has to go through. Technically you don't have to go through this route. This route is entirely optional in the course of the game. All you have to do is get down to Fuchsia City one way or another. There's no reason that you have to go down both routes. I just decided, we might as well use it to level up our team a little bit. And as you guys can see here, everybody's already at level 40 now. And some are even approaching 41. It's awesome. So, I never mentioned what the second song reminded me of. I've noticed that I am really bad with that, and I apologize. If you guys catch me doing this in the future, let me know, because I'll start talking about, like, oh, this reminds me of something. And then all of a sudden, I'll get completely distracted by something else that happens in the video, and I will completely drop what I was talking about beforehand. I admit, I've caught myself being like, oh, why did I stop talking about that? Oh, because that happened. Anyway, so the first one I told you guys was about, reminds me of the Duck Hunt dog, and the second one, just the opening of the Pokemon battle, for some reason reminds me of a song from the NES Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers game. I'm trying to remember, is it level 1? It might just be level 1, where it goes do 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 do, and then it starts repeating over and over again. I love that game so much on the NES. If you guys saw my top 5 NES games list or top 5 NES games that I own list, you guys saw that, yeah, Rescue Rangers is one of my all-time favorites for sure. I was actually in cahoots with my cousin Revu the other day, and we were just talking about, we would still like to do some notion of a co-op Let's Play. Not necessarily, or maybe just, just get together and play some games. Because we haven't done that in quite a while, and plus, usually, either he has games that I don't like, I have games that he doesn't like, so it's hard to find common ground for us, in that sense. I mean, I think, my cousin still plays, I don't know, lately he's been going through some of his older Xbox collection, so, although an issue arose up with that, his Xbox got fried by a recent lightning storm that we had out here. He was playing it on his TV, and then lightning hit the power cable or something, and yeah, stuff got fried by lightning. So again, I don't know the exact details, but that was the impression that I got, that he was playing Xbox and all of a sudden it got fried by lightning, which is bad because well, among other things, that he lost all of his save files. I mean, I don't know how much of that is recoverable or not. Like how much, like if the actual hard drive was affected or just the Xbox system memory, I have no clue. Of course, there's like they do have like renter's insurance and stuff, so they're trying to see if they can actually get that whole thing, processed, and maybe the insurance can pay for part of the deductible or something. Well, I guess you have to pay your deductible, but then that the insurance could pay for the rest of it, because that would be pretty useful. Because Revu bought that Xbox back when the Xbox Elite was like $500. He bought that when it was still a $500 machine. Was it the Elite? I don't know. It was the mid-grade Xbox. I remember there was like the Xbox Basics with like 4 gigs. Then there was the Elite one that had like 40 gigs or something, and then there was like the Super Max one that had the 80 gigs. Something, I don't remember all the details. But yeah, so he's had that Xbox for a while, and as far as Xboxes go, that one has been in great shape for him. Never really had any issues involving it until this point. But if he lost all of his save files, all of his downloads and stuff, that means he's gonna have to restart Blue Dragon, which is an Xbox RPG. Actually, it turns out Blue Dragon was the game included with the Xbox, or with the 360, when it was launched in Japan, just because, it's a more traditional Xbox game that Japanese people might like. I mean, it's just pretty straightforward RPG, and I think it's made from Akira Toriyama, the Dragon Ball Z guy. So, it's a very long story. I mean, and I know that Revu has gone because it's an inside joke with he and I. He's gone to like the final disc of the game, then he's like, no, I really wanted to do this one thing back in disc 1. He would restart. And then all of a sudden he'd be on disc 2 and be like, oh no, I forgot to talk to this character to allow this and this and this to happen. He's very much a completionist, and I don't blame him on that. But, so, I don't think he's ever actually beaten Blue Dragon. And so as a running joke between the two of us, whenever you're gonna be like, you'll never guess what I did, and I just respond, oh, did you restart Blue Dragon again? As in, it's something that really sounds dumb, but I've done it anyway. Yeah, so that's just kind of an inside joke between us. So, yeah, that means he's gonna have to start Blue Dragon again, and I have no idea if he's ever actually completed it or not. Kind of makes me, I don't know, I mean, I don't have an Xbox. I've never really been interested in the Xbox itself. Not really my kind of tea. I mean, FPSs, I'm not a huge fan of them. I think everybody, I had GoldenEye on the 64, but I never really carried on with it. I mean, I've played, like, Halo at people's houses and stuff, and I just like, it's like GoldenEye. I did not see anything particularly awesome about it. This was Halo 2, I think, back in probably 06, when I played Halo 2 with people. But still, I was not thoroughly impressed, and so that's kind of cool that you can actually play people online, but I don't want to deal with people. Maybe that's part of my deference to Xbox as well. And maybe PS3 as well. Again, technically, we own a PS3. It's broken. We bought it broken. But hopefully, we can actually fix that one day. That would be nice. Anyway, so we finished up the road to Fuchsia City. I'll have to go back and count how many trainers there were, because I wasn't paying attention. And what we're going to do is, in the next episode, like I mentioned earlier, is we are now in Saffron City. We will go and tackle Silph Co. Straight on. It's probably going to take 2 parts just because it's very complicated battling, or a lot of trainers and a lot of convoluted moving around buildings and stuff. So we have infiltrated Silph Co. and we will start at this point in our next episode. 'Cause again, it's a huge building. So until then, this is going to be Big Mac saying, see you guys later.